Hello and welcome to the final Food Safety Fridays webinar of 2024. Can't believe 2024 is nearly over, 20th of December. So last but not least of this year is Wasi Ashgar, and today's topic is Unveiling Global Food Safety Challenges, Analysing RASFF Notifications. So welcome Wasi. I know it's not been easy you had things on, but you put yourself on the line for us and you didn't let us down. So appreciate you coming today. Thank you. How are you?
Thank you so much. Thank you, Simon.
You're doing all right? Yeah. Okay. Very good. Before we get on with the presentation, tell us where you're joining from in the sidebar. Let's have a look. How many have we got online? From Portugal, Batsel, Sharon from Arizona, Ashok from India. Bonjour, Tukomi. Hello, Niall from Northern Ireland. Heather from Ireland. Jocelyn from Mexico. Gianna from Philippines. Marina from Greece. Everywhere. Literally all over the world. So that's why it's called the International Food Safety and Quality Network, because we're all over the world and we're all facing the same challenges and we all want to learn and grow. And so these webinars are an ideal opportunity to do that. And they are sponsored. So this year our kind sponsors of Food Safety Fridays. I'll play their ads now before we get on to the presentation. Okay, I'll hand you over to Wasi for the presentation. I'll be back for the Q&A later. You there, Wasi? Microphone on.
Is it audible now?
Yep, can hear you.
Yeah, thank you, Simon. Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone from around the world. So today, the last this one of 2024, we are going to discuss RASFF notifications and the food safety challenges, just the correlation. So as a food business operators or food safety professionals, when we are involved in the production of food commodities, either within the EU or intending to export to the EU, this is absolutely critical for all the food business operators or those who are just working for the food safety. They must be aware of the relevant regulations of European Union that either you call 178/2002, which is in general called General Food Law, that is general principles and requirements of the food law. It involves every aspect of the food safety. It is the foundation of most of the regulations. And then we should be aware of 625 2017, that is actually official control. Then 1793 2019, that is related to the implementation of 625 2017, that is temporary increase of the official controls. So when certain products enter into issue, there is always, based on the risk assessment, there is a increase of the frequency of the check of certain commodities. Then 852 2004, 853 2004, many more such regulations which are correlated. We should be aware of these regulations. So 178 2002, that is called General Food Law. It actually covers all the aspects of the food safety within the Europe, and the commodities which are being exported to European Union. So it covers food safety aspects. It covers official controls. It gives basis for the RASFF. It covers plant health, and animal welfare. So, for example, I have just given an example of plant origin product because the quality and food safety starts from the initial stage. So we implement good agricultural practices at just an example at the farm level, and from the farm, raw material comes to the processing hall where HACCP-based food safety management system is implemented, and value is added to the product, and through different process by implementing and following 178 2002, 852, 853, all the other relevant regulations of the importing country, as well as the law of land, that is law of the country where the food products are being produced. So value is added, and something is common everywhere across the globe that we all know, that is HACCP, hazard analysis and critical control point, which is very much the base of overall food safety management system. So once product is ready, like right from the field to the processing unit, and the processing unit value addition has been done, and now the finished good is ready. Now, for example, if we are planning to export our specific food to European Union, there will be, based on the risk assessment, based on the frequency of that particular commodity, there will be check on the border to ensure that food is safe. So in this case, there are two possibilities, and here the regulation 1793 2019 is applicable, which is actually gives official control, as we discussed, which is actually makes temporary increase of official control, and it also puts some emergency measures on certain products. So based on this 1793, once the product reaches there, either the product is complying. If it is complying, it is okay. If it is not complying, then the consignment of the food gets rejected, and the rejection of the food commodity at the border, or not at the border, within the issue also, that we will be discussing, it creates a RASFF notification. That's mean each rejection at the border, each rejection within the issue creates RASFF notification. So what is RASFF notification? RASFF is basically a rapid alert system for the food and feed. This we can understand from the name itself. It is a rapid alert system. It is a key tool to ensure that the information related to that particular rejection is being communicated to all the member states. It is being communicated to all the other. For example, if it is not originated from like within the member state, has to go to non-EU countries also. So this is something where information is related to the rejection is immediately communicated through the system to all the related stakeholders, and this is something which is round the clock. The purpose of the RASFF notification is that the notification has been sent, it has been received, and it is to be responded collectively and efficiently. So this is, I can say, as a food safety professional, either we are exporting to EU or not, or whatever way we are, we are working for the food safety, we should be aware of this most important tool, which gives us a like total database related to the rejection due to specific hazards. So the basis, like the legal basis of this RASFF, that is Rapid Alert System for Food and Feed, is again General Food Law, the foundation of the food safety law, that is 178/2002. The legal basis of RASFF is 178/2002, where Article 50 clearly gives a provision of this rapid alert system. It gives a foundation to the rapid alert system, and the system is really very good, because it like whole world may be aware of what is happening in a particular commodity, particular food commodity, which kind of hazard is coming more, which kind of hazard we need to focus more. So this is something which is actually very relevant to all the persons who are working for the food and working for the food safety. In 2021, actually this was started in 2002 itself, like in the form of this information exchange. However, in 2021, now it is integrated with Alert and Cooperation Network, that is ACN. Now ACN is now consists of Rapid Alert System for Food and Feed Network, that is RASFF, and the Administrative Assistance and Cooperation Network, that is AAC, and the Agri Food Fraud Network. So now this is not only talking about food safety, it is talking about other quality aspects also, which is like RASFF is exclusively related to the food safety aspects, related to the health of the consumers. However, AAC and FFN may not be directly related to the food safety aspects. So the RASFF is actually, there are four kind of RASFF. One is RASFF Alert, other is border rejection, and the information, and the RASFF News. So basically, if we talk about the border rejection, that RASFF will come with the marking like border rejection. That's mean the consignments which is being entered, being tried to enter to the European Union, has been checked for a particular hazard, as in, and is found unfit, and therefore it has been rejected at the border itself. So this information will go to all the member states. This information will go to the country from where it has been exported, to the competent authorities of that country. So everyone will know that what is the status of the consignment, why it has been rejected. Apart from border rejection, the first one here shown is alert notification, that is RASFF Alert. In this case, actually alert will be generated from a particular member state where there is a possibility that the product is already in the market of that particular notifying country or the member state. And when the purpose of this RASFF Alert is just to inform all other member states that whether there is any possibility that this product is also present in their market also, and certain actions they have to take. So in this case, the RASFF Alert. where we can say it is a part of official control within the EU. Border rejection is at the border for non-EU members. And important information, this is actually when a risk has been actually already identified, but other members do not have to take any rapid action. So this is just for the information to everyone that this is something happened and here action has been taken. And RASFF news is something where actually something is has not been notified through either the border rejection or through the information notification or through RASFF notification, then it will come as a news. So well, the purpose of this news is to give information to all the stakeholders that something which may not be directly affecting them, but they have to see what is happening in the market related to food safety. So RASFF notifications are distributed in, if we talk about the non-EU countries. So non-EU countries, sometimes for some countries where their web portal or things are not working, there this is sent through mail. Otherwise, this RASFF database is available for everyone, and the single contact point within the non-EU country. Uh, he can just log in through the RASFF window and download the notification, and then this is the responsibility of single contact point of that country, that he can see that the particular notification is related to which competent authority, and he can send to the other competent authority if he is not himself is the competent authority for that product. And then that competent authority may send to the exporter, manufacturer, processor for further investigation. And this is also the responsibility of the single contact point or the competent authority within the country to take some action to investigate the matter and to ensure that corrective preventive action has been taken. And it is always better that the proper actions which has been taken have been uploaded on the RASFF portal or has been communicated to the authorities of the EU, so that there will be confidence that the actions has been taken. So this is how it works actually. Notification works 24 into 7, and the information involved, one is like what kind of risk is involved here. So whether it is related to human or animal health, and then tracing the product. For example, in case of border rejection, it is of course understood. Only thing that here the traceability actually highlights from which country it has come, what is the batch number, what is the lot number, other like the quantity, the hazard, everything will be updated in the tracing in the RASFF itself. And then measures which are taken by the authorities of a specific like relevant country. And then it also involves sometimes opinion of the EFSA, that is European Food Safety Authority. Information is also exchanged with InfoSan, that is International Food Safety Authority network of WHO. So collectively, we can say that when WHO InfoSan comes into picture, so we can say that it is something a collective global effort towards ensuring food safety. So this is how it works. We have already discussed. We have already discussed in detail uh, how it starts. For example, either the market control, that is basically alert notification, or the border control, that is border rejection, or any news or information. Then it starts from a member country. Member country do some assessment of the RASFF, in which category it will be put, and then accordingly it is updated with all the relevant information after the initial assessment. And then it will go to the member countries immediately as soon as it is put on the web portal. All the member countries will be aware of what happened. A particular number will be given to the RASFF, and then it will also go to the third country concerned. Like for example, it has come from country, any of the country in the world outside EU, they will be also aware. It will also go to EFSA. It will also go to EFTA, that is a European Free Trade Association. So in this way it works. And once there is always a possibility, and like it should be like this only, that third country will give some feedback that what action they have taken. Similarly, member countries also will give some feedback what actions they have taken. So that is called RASFF transmission. So information will be exchanged, that what exactly, what was the issue, what action has been taken by the other affecting members, what action has been taken by the country of origin, which is actually which is supposed to take action. So like this it gives the complete picture. Now this I have just shown an example of RASFF window, how it looks. So it is open to everyone. Anyone can just like Google it and see the RASFF window. They can just see how it works. So it shows the date of the notification. It shows the countries, type, risk. So it is like, for example, it shows the notifying country, like the country where, like either at the border or within the country as a market control strategy, like which the notifying country which has actually notified the RASFF, and the country of origin. That's been like the country from where the product has been produced or exported. It may be in case of border rejection. It will be always non-EU countries. It in case of alert notification, it will be within like member states. Any of the member state may be the country of origin in this case, and the distribution will show that the particular product has been distributed to how many member states. So it will give the complete picture of the whole distribution and the production, like the exporter, user, everyone involved in the process till now will be there in the picture. And then it also shows the notification type, that is whether it is related to feed, or it is related to food, or it is related to plant products, other objects, so whatever. So it will show the like the products which are affected, the category of the product, and then the notification classification, that is whether it is a alert notification, it will show as we discussed. On the top it will show a particular logo, and then whether it is a border rejection, whether it is just information for attention or a follow-up or news, as we discussed. So like that it will show. And it will also show the notification basis, that is as we discussed, border control or company's own check. Company's own check means like company within the EU has checked the product and they have proactively informed the authorities that this happened with the product. So then like that. Or it may be like official country, official control within the EU. Like the product category, it involves that will be also mentioned that the particular product comes under which category. So there will be a initial assessment by the authorities, and they will accordingly say either it is a alcoholic beverage or animal byproduct or whatever cereal and bakery products. Accordingly they will put in the category of the product. And then the action taken. So like the action taken means like what has been done with the product. So whether it is destroyed or some treatment has been done which was possible, or it is detained by the operator, or like official detention is there, physical treatment has been done. So there are so many ways, like the moment RASFF has been generated, it will give a picture what is the status as of now on the action taken. It will also talk about the hazard category. So that's mean normally we all know as a food safety professional that normally we talk about physical hazards, chemical hazards, biological hazards. We talk about allergens. So it will categorize the hazard, and it will put the particular RASFF notification in the like highlighting the hazard category, whether it is related to related to foreign bodies, related to chemical contamination, related to adulteration, food additive, composition, whatever. So all the categories will also come here. And then risk decision. So risk assessment will be done initially, and then it will be also highlighted whether there is no risk, or it is not so serious, or it is potential risk, or it is very serious risk, or it is potentially serious risk, like that, or risk is undecided. So based on the type of rejection and the reason for the rejection, this risk decision will be taken. So this is how this whole RASFF looks like. So it will once a RASFF is generated, it will give the complete picture of the product detail, the country which has actually notified it, the country from where it has come, what is the product, what is the product category, what is the hazard, what is the risk involved in the hazard. So it will give the complete information. It will also give the information related to the traceability of the product, like what is the batch number, what is the lot number, possibly who is the exporter, the name of the exporter, like that. These things will come, and I think certain things will not be visible to everyone. Only the concerned can see like the relevant information. So like once RASFF is there, you will have the complete picture, and the concern, like the country of origin, competent authority of that country of origin will have the complete traceability so far updated in the system related to the product which was exported, what was the quantity, what happened exactly, where is the consignment now, whether the hazard that risk is serious or not serious. All the information will come in the RASFF notification. It will also give the lot number, batch number, quantity. So yeah, and every year, as we discussed or shown here, one as a, this every year as this based on the RASFF notification, one of the most important activity which is being done is the establishment and analysis of all the RASFF received in a year, and this is come in the form of annual report. So annual report is something very very relevant and very interesting. It gives the complete picture of all the RASFF generated, either the notification or news or border rejection, based on the hazards, based on the product, based on the country, based on the country of origin, based on the country of notifying countries. All the information is covered in the annual report, which is actually gives the complete picture of the whole world. I mean, what is happening in the world with respect to the food safety, and which kind of products are to be taking some action, which hazard is actually mostly happening. So this is just RASFF alert and annual report for 2023, which is available on the AU's relevant website. So you can just see this here. If as a summary of whole 2023, we can see that there have been 4,695 RASFF notifications. As we discussed, RASFF notification is something related to the food safety, and there has been 3,166 ASC notification. ASC notification is something non-compliance, but without having involvement of the risk or the food safety directly. And then agri FF notification, that is something which is related to non-compliance notification with suspicion of fraud. Similarly, this the third one, the fourth one of the pH. So like these, we can see there are 4,695 RASFF notification. If we see in this RASFF notification by classification, 1,539 border rejections are there. 1263 alerts are there. So that's been 1263 is the part of most probably official control within the European Union, and this is the rejection at the border. And then 1057 is information for attention, and 819 is for follow up. That is on the something already, a recipe is there, and then some follow up is being taken in the news. So like that, it shows the complete picture. So, and then when we see a top 10 RASFF notification by hazard, so that is pesticide residue. This is something very interesting. If you see that collectively what is happening in the whole world, something related to, like the top 10 contaminants, we can say the first one is pesticide residue. In 2023, it is product category is fruit and vegetable, and then the salmonella, followed by the product category wise hazards. So it is giving us like something where we have to see that what is happening with us. This I have just put for example something like a report from the 2022 report. So if we see this for example, here we can see all the chemical hazards, microbial hazards, physical hazards are there. This is analysis of 2020, 21 and 22. Pesticide residues are again on the top in certain food commodities, followed by the microbial hazard, that is pathogen, and then mycotoxin, that is aflatoxin or ochratoxin, then allergens, and then like foreign bodies are also there, physical, and then others. So pesticide residue has been the like most repeated in 2022, and this is something like further analysis of the pesticide residues, like 594 in fruits and vegetable category, 116 in herbs and spices category. So this is just for the something. And if we talk about the pesticides, so what kind of pesticide this reports further gives an idea that which kind of pesticides were mostly repeated, like chlorpyrifos, ethylene oxide, chlorpyrifos methyl. So like that, this is further analysis that which pesticides were mostly seen in that. And apart from chemical hazards, if we talk about the microbial hazards, in 2022 reports, it shows that salmonella alone is responsible for 70% of the RASFF notifications, and Listeria monocytogenes is responsible for 16%, followed by other E. coli, Bacillus cereus, norovirus. So we can see that this is something where collectively food safety professionals have to take actions on these most repeated hazards. Now, interestingly, we can just correlate this ASEAN report on the RASFF, most repeated hazards, most repeated hazards. We can see that whether which hazard is may affect individual companies, and then we have to see. I always believe that any food safety issue, any food safety issue is always related to the HACCP system within the company. So when a RASFF is generated, either like for any of the a specific country in the world, and you are aware, or this is within your country, or this is for your company. For in all the situations, although the risk will vary, decision will vary, but in general we have to see that whether particular hazard, for example pesticide residue, if we are dealing with the plant origin products or the related products, so whether that particular hazard has been covered, what is the hazard, whether it has been covered, whether any need that this hazard is to be covered in our HACCP study, and what adequate controls we have in our system to control that hazards. For example, salmonella, whether any possibility is there, listeria monocytogenes or pesticide residues or aflatoxin or foreign bodies or whatever is there. So we have to just, or allergens. So we have to see that whether these particular hazards are covered or not, and then we should like it's a part of reviewing the hazard analysis with respect to a particular hazard to see this ASEAN report whether all the hazards have been covered in our hazard analysis or not. And then if as a risk assessor, as a HACCP expert, if a specific hazard actually was missed in the hazard analysis. So based on this ASEAN report, based on this annual RASFF report, or based on the known hazards which are possible in your product, which you can have an idea from this report. So you have to see that if the hazard is not covered in your HACCP study, then you have to identify and you have to cover that particular hazard in your hazard analysis, and accordingly risk assessment is to be done. Accordingly control measures are to be ensured. Accordingly you have to determine the OPRP or CCP or control point, or you have to cover through your GMP or PRP or CCP, whatever you call. But you should know that some actions may be required to be taken based on the database which RASFF annual report is giving. Accordingly, if suppose you have received a RASFF, in that case, again, you have to start from the HACCP system. You have to completely, thoroughly examine your PRP, your GMP, your pest control management practices, your overall system, and then you have to see your HACCP system, and then you have to determine the root cause. And if root cause is not determined, it is for sure, it is Murphy's law, something which may go wrong will go wrong. So that's mean if you have not determined the root cause for a particular hazard, it will repeat. So we have to ensure determination of root cause and corrective preventive action implementation, and it is to be communicated. So this whole RASFF system is a very good tool, which is a food safety professional we should always use to see what is happening in the world, which hazard is mostly causing recalls or market withdrawal or rejections. Accordingly we can take action. So this was something about the RASFF system. Thank you so much. Happy Christmas, and wish all of you Happy New Year. Stay blessed. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much, Wasi. Great presentation. Let's see for questions. Shall we stop that? Right, there we go. Okay, so we've got one from BG Ravikumar. To whom the corrective actions can be reported for RASFF is issued to an organisation. That's the question.
Yeah, actually, in general, it is to be communicated through the competent authority of your country. So you have to take all the actions and report to the competent authority of your country. They will report it to the relevant authorities in the issue. Thank you.
Okay. Next, from Gayan, are there multiple interfaces in RASFF, one for consumers and one for authorities?
So I don't think there are multiple interfaces, but access is restricted for sure, because the competent authority of the relevant country, with the login they can see the details, all the details, relevant details related to their country. So there are some restrictions are there. So in general, as a general public, you can see certain information you cannot see each and everything, all the details in one go. So it varies. Access is varied.
Okay. Another question from Marina. Is there any way to subscribe in RASFF window and get notified via email for certain categories recalls?
I think as of now, you can just see in general the RASFF window, and you can access the particular RASFF number if you know the RASFF number. But otherwise, it is to be communicated to the single contact point of the country, as mentioned in the system, as we discussed also. So it will always go to single contact point of that country, and that single contact point has a responsibility to communicate to the other relevant competent authorities, and then that competent authority will speak to the exporter or the related person.
Okay. Question from Tejinder. What is the timeline to submit the CAPA for raffle?
As such, see, because this is something which is in one way a information exchange where action is taken immediately, because for example your consignment is already stopped. Okay, so we can divide it in two parts. One is correction. So correction, basically, if rejection is there, you cannot do anything. Either it is to be decided by the authorities of that particular notifying country. They will decide based on the risk assessment whether it is to be destroyed or it is to be returned or what action is to be taken. So as far as correction is concerned, it is immediately to be taken by the authorities. As a exporter or as a food business operator, if someone has exported it, it is not for them. Then investigation and communication is to be done. It is I don't think there is any particular timeline. It is to be it is just to inform the authorities and to give confidence that investigation has been done, root cause has been done, and that the same complaint will not repeat again. It is just to give a confidence to the competent authorities. So it is always, as soon as you have done it, it is better.
Okay. Yep. A question from Prince. How can this tool be used for a field person handling already packaged foods?
See, it is not clear what exactly the meaning of this one, but as we discussed, that RASFF is a tool which covers all the products, which covers all the categories of the product. So, and this is again a rejection, an issue within the member state or outside the member state. So now the question is, how can this tool be used for what is the question? Can you come again?
Sorry? What is
the question? The question is actually not very clear. See, as a person, if you are handling packaged foods, you can search the database related to the packaged food, and you can see that how many rejections have been there in the packaged foods and what are the possible hazards. Accordingly, you can use it. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. And a question from Malungi. Is it possible to use RASFF to get information of the different risks that could be identified at importation for a specific commodity on importation to the EU?
Yes, this is possible. This is possible because, see, this is very transparent system. So collectively, as we discussed, collectively you want to see the database of the whole year. You can refer to the ASEAN report, that is annual report of the RASFF. So you will have the complete picture of the all aspects of the RASFF which has been generated in the previous year, and then other database, other tool you can use. It is searchable. On the RASFF window, you can search the relevant information, and accordingly you can see it.
Okay. Okay, long question from Elizabeth. She says, apologies. Apologies for any repetition, currently in a remote location with a limited connectivity. Okay, so one, please tell us a little more about other food and feed cross-border notification systems, e.g. from other regions such as Americas and Far East, and their common conflicts, alignments with RASFF. Can you answer that one first? Is that possible? Bit of a long one.
Yeah, actually, in the last slide, and after that, we discussed in detail the correlation between your food safety management system and the database of the RASFF. Okay, so for sure, your global gap is definitely related to the RASFF. For example, we have seen in the ASEAN report 2023, most repeated hazard is pesticide residue, which is, of course, related to the global gap or implementation of good agricultural practices or the controls related to the usage of pesticide residue. So you can have an idea that in which product category there is a possibility of pesticide residue contamination, and which country, and then accordingly you have to see that whether gap has been implemented or effectiveness of the gap. So it is directly related to the good agricultural practices. In the same way, as we discussed, that each and every hazard which is being discussed in the RASFF report or in the ASEAN report is related to your HACCP plan or your food safety management system without any scope of doubt. You have to see that which product you are handling and which hazard which is there discussed in the RASFF is relevant to your system. It is absolutely related to your food safety system depending on the category of the product you are handling. Thank you.
And the second part of the question, please remind us of the extent to which RASFF type notification systems are integrated into common food safety systems, e.g. ISO, FSSC 22000, Global Gap. How does this type of integration fast-track movement of food and feed at the border?
Yes, I mean, actually, I have already covered that part also. That is, with the Global Gap, I have just covered that there is absolutely a correlation between what database RASFF is giving you and what you are doing. So there is absolutely a correlation. Each and every hazard, which is discussed in the ASEAN or RASFF report, you have to see in your FSSC 22000 or ISO 22000 or any of your food safety management system, be it BRC, be it AIB, be it SQF, whatever system you have implemented in the name of food safety management system, hazards are there. You are controlling the hazards, and RASFF is also talking about the hazards in general. So it is very much correlated. Thank you.
Yeah, that's it as far as I can see. Yeah, no further questions. Yeah, that's it actually, Wasi. So thank you very much. A little bit early, but yeah, thanks for joining today. I appreciate your taking the time to do that, and hope you have a great weekend.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah,
and Happy Christmas to everyone and to you, and Happy New Year in advance.
Yeah, same. Happy Christmas, Happy New Year. You celebrate it, and
Thank you.
we'll see you in the new year for more Food Safety Fridays, etc. So,
Yeah.
thank you. Take care, everybody. Have a nice weekend. Bye bye.